Terrific performance of Canada by the one and only Skylar Cole to set the stage for this one. It's the NBA.
So no Michael Porter Jr. first game. He's out 1 to 2 weeks. So that means Jordan Goodwin is in the rotation for us. But he's coming off the bench.
For the Toronto Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And that game against Memphis, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. They've got Miller, MB out there with Ball, then there's Allen. And it's Swan in at the 4. And for Toronto, Alger out there with Barnes. Then it's Martin, then Smith, and it's Dick in at the 2-guard spot. Special K, the playoffs are not far away. What kind of discussions are going on right now in those locker rooms?
Kevin, at this point in time, it's all about focus and intensity. You understand who you are and what needs to be done. It's now a matter of preparing yourself in your mind and body to go out and do that. You've worked for it, and complacency is not an option.
Now here's Barnes. Back to Dick. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. Good as a jump shot ball.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Here's Swan, and that one good.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Brooklyn Nets. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Caught up with Coach Jamal Mosley. Front of mind tonight, Garrett Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Garrett is an incredible rim protector. He's on the floor. They'll avoid driving the paint. Garrett Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thank you, David. So it's Toronto following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Back to Martin. Over Allen. And it's Martin missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And he banks in the layup. Swan's got his second bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
To the paint. Barnes passes to Dick. And the Raptors miss again. Charlotte, their last game, a win against Dallas.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, it causes a lot of turnovers, but you well know means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And so it's Charlotte with it after the Raptors pick up 2 on the wing. Miller. Allen with the screen for Miller. And a miss there on the triple. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Dick can't get it to go. And here are the Hornets now. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conferences, haves and have-nots.
Guys, they deserve a lot of credit for not losing focus and letting one slip away. They came to play every time, and I expect that'll be the case tonight.
Pass the ball over Martin. Ball no good. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively, and that would end up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Ball pitches to Miller. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to Salon. Takes a 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one.
Love the awareness from MP, showing a willingness to get his teammates involved.
Raptors trail by 4. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Here's Dick. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. That's DeMarco. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. It's Miller on the wing. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Dallas. Here's MP. Martin with the block. Barnes outside. And stolen by MP. Here's Salon. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
The Raptors have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game. Toronto working the ball around now. Back to Smith. A 3-ball. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside. Back to ball. Pass to Salon. From deep. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Salon's got 16 points.
Hey, if the defense doesn't lock him up and leaves a gap, MP pretty much has to make the pass there.
Dick with it, covered by MP. Smith right side. Here's Walter. Still scoreless. Dick with it, just 3 to shoot. And right away, they answer with a 3-pointer of their own.
Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Ball. 22 points in the win against Dallas. Barnes, right side. Pass to Smith. Up and in on the way. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Salon. MP deciding where to go with it. There's Miller with the 3. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Barnes kicks to Smith. Martin with a screen on Ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. He's got 8. Charlotte in the lead. MP outside. Miller the bounce pass. Pass the ball. Over Smith. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Martin. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And stolen by Barnes. Into the lane. Oh, and something by Barnes.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Here is Miller. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. So long, no good. Here's Barnes. That misses and a chance to tie it there. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from 3-point land so far in the ballgame. MP's shot is good.
Embracing the physicality, MP is unhindered by the aggressive D inside.
Here's Smith. Following the basket by MP. Dick with it. He's got 5. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's MP. Tries again. And Allen with the layup. And the Hornets lead by 6.
Well, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Smith the pass to Barnes. And there's Dick. That's good on the assist by Barnes. Dick's got 7 points.
It really has been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold. This man.
Lets it go with a 3. Miller grabs the miss.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Hornets number 1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Mavericks was all business. He scored 35 points and his passing was a cut above with a ton of assists on the night. Mind-blowing effort. And that's going to be hard to repeat, but hard to bet against him. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double it, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Smith against MP. Smith on the way. 17 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off.
And the basket by Potter. 107 left in the first quarter. Daniels kicks to Wilkins. Nice pass in by Charlotte. Here's Tyson. And it's Potter with the rebound.
Well, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
To the middle. Some changes here for the Raptors. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Wells. Josh Green comes in for Powell. And quickly in for Smith. 44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Sees the three-pointer. Potter's got 5.
They don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks for 3. First quarter still, but not when you want to leave open.
Here's Tyson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And good as as it just snugs right down through the net.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Quickly. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Shot clock at 6. That's a 2 from Barnes. Pass to Quickly. Second shot opportunity, and he hits the layup. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Odds are... Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Also on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. They've got MP. Also, Daniels out there. Wilkins is out there with Allen. And it's Tyson in at the 4 spot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And they're controlling the boards here. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
MP attacking the open floor. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
A shot no good. Tyson. Raptors trail by 12. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And he makes that one.
It's the late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Daniels dishes to MP. Wilkins kicks to Daniels. From the arc. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. Pass to Shed. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Allen's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. MP powers through the contact inside.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And stolen by MP.
Oh, what? How did I miss that? Oh my god, I should have drove to the rim. I should have just taken the layup. I don't know why I settled for that.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Doesn't go for him.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Down low. Allen passes to MP. And here's Daniels. Off the mark there with a 3-point shot.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Pass to Shed. MP against Barnes. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
When you look at the great coaches, what are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, especially in the playoffs. What's most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Oh, good with the triple.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And the basket by MP.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Barnes. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Pocket 6. They need this one, and there's the drive. It's rebounded by Song. Stolen by Quickly. Pass to Potter. Now Dick. He's got 7. Here's Martin. He's covered by Daniels. Martin's in the post. The layup missed.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And here are the Raptors now. Following the miss by MP, the 8-footer, and Martin with the nice bucket shot. Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And here's Daniels. Nothing on the board. MP outside. From outside the arc. A shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists tonight.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Now, here's Quickly. Back to Barnes. This one for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Salon. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Raptors trail by 18. Here's Potter. Coming in off the 12-point game with last ball. And finished off by Martin.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
And so here's Charlotte. The Raptors getting the bucket. A 3 from MD. Toronto grabs the miss. Martin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Quickly with a terrific move in the bucket. Quickly's got 4 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the basket by MP.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. for the Raptors. Walter, he's checked in for Barnes. And Smith subbed in for Quickly. The Hornets also changing it up. Brandon Miller comes in for Wilkins. And it's ball in for Daniels. Now, here is Smith. He's got 8. Martin with the screen for Smith. Over MP. It's rebounded by Salon.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And he gets to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Free throw drop for Smith. Hornets leading by 14. Miller outside. Back to ball. Toronto grabs the miss. Pass to Walter. Here's Potter. To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing that results in a great look.
Charlotte has gone 7 of 15 for 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. NP outside. Miller outside. Charlotte no good that time either. Raptors trail by 12. Jake with it. 7 points in the game. Tipped away. Stolen by Ball. Here's Salon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Salon's got 5 points now in the quarter. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Walter. Toronto working the ball around. No problem knocking that one down. 14 points for Nick Smith.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Ball up top. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Here's Salon. There's the triple. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Martin with a screen on Ball. Here's Potter. Pass to Martin. Stolen by Ball. Here's Salon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Salon's got 26.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Martin with a screen on Ball. A floater, and it's good on the way.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you got to play freely and with confidence.
Here's MP. After the Raptors pick up 2. Miller, no up. Here's Dick. He's covered by Ball. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte making a switch. Tyson's checked in. Hornets on defense now. Martin with a screen on Ball. Potter misses. Hornets leading by 14. Here's MP. Good, nice job down low. 22 points for MP.
It started hot, and he's only gotten hard.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Toronto.
Already, he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Raptors have made their only other free throw attempt today. An earlier trip to the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now, here's MP. A 35-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And you know what? In that last game, he was also all over the place on defense, mucking up the passing lanes and getting all kinds of steals, too.
And here's Martin. Following LaMelo Ball's three. Martin the pass to Dick. Smith with it. Fires the three. They get it again. Martin. That miss is his fourth this game. He's shooting 3 for 7 from the field. To the paint. Here's Miller. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith in the post. Covered by MP. Smith's shot is good.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
I'm going to take the final shot of the first half.
MP outside. Latrey. So as we conclude the first half, so far, only one side. Hornets lead by 17. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello, folks. Without a doubt, the early spotlight is on MP. Fellas, he's been very difficult to guard.
You gotta love what MP is doing. Looking like a true superstar. Reminds me of myself and Ernie.
You know, I don't need this kind of abuse. I don't have to be here. Like, we can go one-on-one right now. Shaq, you know what? Ernie, you referee. Shaq, you get the ball. No shots in the paint. I like it.
What'd you say?
And another important topic, injuries. Let's take a look at what's happening across the NBA.
Space is harder to come out with Porter Jr. out. Defenses can sync up, they can clog up the paint. He's the kind of guy you can definitely feel his absence.
And it creates a ripple effect across the rest of that offense. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Brady Dick is out there with Smith. Then it's Walter. Then it's Barnes. And it's Martin in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Shot clock at 5. Ball with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And he gets the bucket. Ball's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Hornets.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Barnes can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Sensational drive by MP. The D pretty much had no choice but to foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
He hits the second from the line.
You know, one of the things you love about MP, he is certainly a team first kind of a guy. Individual stats really don't do much for him. He wants to win, period.
Now, here is Martin. Barnes can't get it to go.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
A three from MP. Trains the three-pointer. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
Hitting threes, so crucial. MP providing great spacing there.
Pass to Martin. Martin with the screen for Smith. And again, Toronto no up.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Salon. MP outside. Now Miller. A 3. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Well part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Barnes can't get it to go.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now, here's MP. He's got 26. Pass to Miller. And that one drops. Miller's got 10 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And the Raptors call time here. Some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. Brandon Miller is number one.
Obviously, looking at those numbers, he hasn't just been settling for outside shots. He works very hard to get a lot of high-quality looks in close.
And that inside-outside game, I like to call it reversible clothing, makes him the most accurate shooter among NBA small forwards.
Here's Salon. Raptors knocking down the tray. Allen outside. MP outside. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Martin. Martin's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
The Hornets on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Martin with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Outside ball.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Miller against Barnes. 5 to shoot. Over Miller. Barnes can't get it to go. And so MV will bring it up for Charlotte. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Daniels is checked in for Charlotte. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Smith in the post. He's covered by Daniels. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 23 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Barnes outside. Looking to end its cold spell. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
It's Dick on the wing. Covered by MP. Pass to Smith. Here's Walter. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Walter's got his second bucket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's MP. He's got 26. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Martin's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's Dick on the wing. Barnes outside. Three-pointer. The Hornets pull it in.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now, MP. Following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. Bangs home the trifecta. MP's got 7 now in this quarter.
Look, when a guy heats up like MP has here, you got to keep feeding the fire, man.
Smith outside. Now, Dick. He has 7. Martin the pass to Dick. The offensive rebound. Martin kicks to Barnes. Martin with the screen for Dick. Over MP. Cans the shot from the wing. Dick's got 9. Charlotte has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. With that bucket in no time at all.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so here's Toronto. After Charlotte getting the fruit. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
That's good from Barnes. And Toronto making a change here. Potter's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Tyson's checked in. Barnes hits them both. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. On the wing, MV. Covered by Smith. The shot no good. Tyson. Toronto's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Barnes can't get it to go.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And there it is for him.
Good work by MP. He gets positioning inside and capitalizes.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Potter. From about 16, MP grabs the miss. MP's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's the mark. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second. Give MP credit, showing some skill right there, drawing the whistle.
At the line,
Free throw good, MP.
taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for MP.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's Potter. He has 7. Pass to Barnes. Here's Dick. Picks up a 3. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Dick's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatically beat if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So, it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Evan?
You know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Now, here's MP. 33 points for him. Miller outside. The three from MP. It's rebounded by Dick.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that was pretty clear.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Wilkins is checked in for the Hornets. Mitchell comes in for Dyson Daniels. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Smith the pass to Wells. They set the pick. Shot on the wing. And it's Smith missing. Hornets shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. MP outside. Wilkins finds Mitchell. Wilkins outside. And there's the call. It's going to be a late swing.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The Raptors making a switch here. Quickly is checked in. And again, no good by Toronto. And it's the Hornets' ball. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Quickly. He's got 6.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Here's MP. Pass to Tyson. No good on the 3. Smith with it. Now defended by MP. Over MP. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for it. And that's now 25 points for Smith. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Hornets. Here's Tyson. There's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Tyson's got 8 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Potter. 7 points in the game. Count the basket. He's got 9.
And their outside game is simply evaporated here in the second half. Not a lot of great looks from deep.
Mitchell kicks to MP. Mitchell outside. Smith against MP. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Kennedy with very little
40
pressure on
points.
their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last
To
5
end the
baskets
third
they've
quarter.
allowed have been from beyond.
Wilkins against Quickly. Over Wilkins. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's MP making things happen for Charlotte. We witnessed him delivering. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship?
On the floor now for Charlotte. On the floor for Charlotte, they've got Jared Allen. Daniels out there with MP. And it's Miller. And it's Zawan in at the 4 slot. Allen, a screen on Barnes. Here's Salon. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Hornets leading by 20. MP passes to Allen. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Salon. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Salon's got 11 in the second half. Barnes passes to Martin. Smith outside. Martin finds Dick. No good, unable to end this run.
Shooting for 41, 42.
To the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
The first free throw is good. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up
42.
playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Here's Smith. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got his 5th rebound in this one. Offensive rebound. MP. And
44.
is good with the extra effort on the glass. MP's got 44. Smith outside. Outside, Martin. Pass to Barnes. Fires the 3. The Hornets pull it in.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Miller kicks to MP. 3-pointer. Rebound by Smith.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky it was off.
Down low. Here's Barnes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's off on the
No good. I got another 40-point guy. And we win by 20 guys.
Victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.